It's not every day that we get to hop into a game and have a truly peaceful and playful experience. One that fuses heartfelt moments with friends and puzzling gameplay that keeps your brain engaged, searching for the next clever secret to the world, or bird to dive bomb at a pesky guard. Hi, my name's Lil, and this is my review of Snufkin Melody of Moominvalley. For those who haven't heard of it, Snufkin is an RPG adventure meets interactive fiction, paired with beautiful sound design and a gorgeous watercolor world. It follows the tale of Snufkin and his friend Moomin Troll, who's gotten himself in trouble with the park keeper. It'll be up to you to tear down the various parks that have been erected in your absence and restore nature to the valley. Now that you've gotten an idea for what the game is, let's talk about the actual gameplay. The main focus in Snufkin, aside from the story, was the many puzzles and challenges to overcome while navigating through the world. From playing flutes for sleepy snakes, to enchanting a fish in order to allow your stick to flow freely down a river, and even convincing little critters to lift you onto steep cliffs. The gameplay was clever and fun. They didn't force you into the storyline's bubble either, and provided a nice array of side quests and objectives that resulted in not much more than Steam achievements, but that satisfying feeling of finding something sparkly on the ground and giving it to a stranger that said they were looking for it is what pushes it just enough into the RPG genre to keep my distractible brain entertained. If I'm being honest, I don't always enjoy the interactive fiction genre. The games are usually a tad slow for my taste, and I have to be in the right mood to find enjoyment in them. Now that you know that about me, I can happily say I found a good dose of fun in the 3 hours I spent with Snufkin. It plays more like an RPG, allowing you to run around the open world finding secrets, completing quests for the local critters and creatures, and advancing the story only when you feel you've explored every nook and cranny and are ready to leave. It played into my love for open world experiences, and even if it's just a taste, it kept me feeling in control of the pace of the game, which was largely appreciated. Touching on the graphics and audio, I regret to say I had the game on 30 FPS for most of my experience, before I realized it had a much higher option. For those that have issues with camera blurs and just movement in games in general, I'll happily say the maximum FPS experience was smooth and didn't affect me negatively in any way. Having said that, the 30 FPS experience that I'd started on hadn't triggered anything negative either, and I was impressed by the accessibility options that did exist in the game, so just a note for those that need them. I'm pleased to report that the audio was a great experience as well. Only one part of the game triggered my audio stimuli overload, and it was during the portion with these not so pleasant sounding woodies. The volume got turned way down until they finally left us alone. I will note that they're intended to be that way, so it's not a complaint, just a comment to help anyone who might deal with similar issues. For non-streamers or creators, you can look forward to an enhanced musical experience with compositions in collaboration with Sigur Rós. And while I can happily say the audio was enjoyable even with the music alter, the experience definitely hits a little harder with it enabled, so consider that for your playthrough if you've watched a few videos on YouTube of the gameplay. It's never a pillow fort video if we don't find something to nitpick on. And my only complaint would have to be that I wish you could separate the in-game music from the music that you play on your own instruments. At times, the loud sounds from my harmonica or flute would startle me and feel imbalanced to the in-game music and audio. And that slightly lessened my enjoyment in the sound department. If that already exists in the game, I wasn't able to clearly find how to do it, so maybe it's just me, but regardless, that would be my only true complaint. Overall, I'll have to say, if you're a fan of story-rich adventure games with RPG vibes, then Snufkin Melody of Moominvalley is worth your consideration. It offers a few hours of heartwarming story, silly side adventures, dramatic moments, and all in the package of cozy graphics and fantastic ambiance. It's at this point I'll say I am awarding it with a stamp of approval from the Pillow Fort. Obviously, always use your own judgment as to whether or not you feel you'll enjoy a game. But we've had a good time with it and think any fans of the genre can comfortably consider it for their next adventure. That's going to be it for this review, but we want to give a huge shout out to the development and PR team for allowing us a review copy of the game. To anyone looking for a useful link, check the description. We try and keep everything nice and tidy in there. Lastly, before you go, make sure to hit that subscribe button to constantly learn about new and upcoming games. Thanks as always for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.